What is up, everybody? How are we all doing? We are here on a Thursday afternoon, January 9th, to preview the Chargers in the wild card round, taking on the Houston Texans on Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Here to preview the show, tell you guys who's in, who's out, who's questionable, where we think these guys are the questionable people gonna play. We will get into all of that, but first, let's go with the intro.
Compas on the beat. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah. So where's Compas?
Yeah, we are.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, all right. We got proof right there.
Some guy that seems like he's asleep. Need you to wake up, Gilbert. There's a lot of energy.
Come on, Gilbert. Let's go.
Come on. Dan and Daygo is at Moe's.
I'll show you. I'll show you. I got it right.
Okay, that's it. You guys, I am done with mine, but that's pretty much it. Couldn't get better than a 2026 6th-round pick swap for a 7th-rounder. So
Freaking love you, Chad.
Hey, dude. Cool, man.
Compas on the beat, man. Derwin James signing off, man. Watch Compas on the beat, man.
I've told you guys, that's a smart guy. That is a smart guy. Derwin James knows. You guys listen to Derwin. Again, thank you guys so much for joining us. I know it is Thursday at 1:45, but these afternoon shows have kind of been doing really well. So we want to see if maybe the preview will do better. We'll do well again because you guys seem to love it. So definitely appreciate you guys jumping on. Yeah, we will definitely give you guys the injury report. Jay Alvarez, how are you doing? The Bounty Guild, how are you doing? Thank you guys so much. And now let us just introduce the reason why you guys are all here. You guys want to listen to him? Here he is, Dan and Daygo.
It is playoff football, Frau. I am excited. Pleasure to be here rocking the Son of Odin shirt because that's who he is. That's who's going to deliver over the weekend, the Son of Odin. You can kind of see it. Absolutely hyped. Shout out to Jay Alvarez, the Bounty Guild, Jeff, Alex being in here. Shout out to all you. I'm excited for now. It's going to be good. I'm not worried. I got Jim, the Son of Odin, baby.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be an interesting game. And how are you doing, Alex? Thank you so much for being on here. Jeffrey, how are you doing? He says a living legend.
Shout out.
Dan, let me just start off by saying to everybody out there who is affected by the fires up in LA, we're thinking of you. We're praying for you.
Peace and peace.
Hopefully you guys are able to get through this. Hopefully everybody's received minimal damage. I was up there yesterday for Chargers practice, and you could just see, like, Joe Reedy and I were driving in, and you just see like a bunch of black, like, I don't know, something out of like Hogwarts or something, just huge clouds of smoke.
Yeah, the videos on Twitter are wild, dude.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. So
good
again,
luck to everybody out there.
I know Jim Harbaugh, I know Jesse Minter, and Greg Roman all started off their press conferences in the last few days saying it, so we're going to say it as well. Hopefully everybody, and shout out to all the first responders out there who are trying to help out. So, but thinking of LA, so and the Chargers posted for all their hangouts and everything that's going to happen. They posted that there's going to be a way for you guys to help. So if anybody can help, that would definitely be appreciated for all the people out there. So, all right, Dan, big weekend. Huge weekend. Exactly. The Chargers I think they traveled today to Houston, or tomorrow. I can't remember which one it was, but they are traveling to Houston to take on the Texans. Dan, what is something that I don't want to say like, what's something that you're thinking about when it comes to this matchup?
I think the number one thing you got to do is make CJ Stroud uncomfortable. Stop the run. Let Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Bud Dupree. Those were the weakest whatsoever. You're fired. I'm missing someone. Tuli Pelotu. I think I got that sort of right. Let them eat. Let them get after Tuli Pelotu or something like that. Let them eat. Let them get after CJ Stroud. The best way to win this game is to give him no clear pictures. Get after them. That offensive line has struggled. They haven't been playing well lately. Get after it, confuse them, hit them, force them into some tight throws. He'll throw it. He'll throw it, get some turnovers. The turnover battle is going to be huge. Obviously, that's always huge when it comes to playoff football. And but I think that's going to be the number one thing, man. They're going to live and die probably by CJ Stroud. I know they have Joe Mixon. They have Damian I was about to say Damian Priest. I got the WWE brain on. Damian Pierce. They gotta get after it. They gotta slow down the run, and then they just gotta get after CJ Stroud. Don't even let them breathe. I think honestly, if they play smothering defense, and they they swarm all over the field, it's gonna be good. Because the thing is, he's gonna sit in the pocket and sling it into tight windows. Yeah, no, he's not gonna run.
He's not a runner.
He's gonna sling it into tight windows. That's what you got to do. You got to force him into tight windows and pick your spots and what's it called? And get a turnover. 100%. That's what they got to do, at least defensively.
Yeah. No, and Dan, that's the thing, and that's why I wrote it on the title of the pod today. That's what they need to do. They need to they need to swarm. They need to get after it. They need to beat up. They need to beat up. What's it called? They need to beat up CJ Stroud. They need to get over him. And the reason why I highlighted all four of them in my article that I wrote this week, I put the 4 pass rushers for 2 simple reasons. One is they need to disrupt CJ Stroud, pass rush, force him into mistakes, all that stuff. On the flip side, they need to be the ones that stop Joe Mixon and get in Joe Mixon's way, disrupt Joe Mixon, make sure that they do not let Joe Mixon be the one that dictates the tempo of this game. And that's going to be huge. And I know everybody's going to point to Puna Ford and Tier Tard and Otito Ogbanya and those guys, but it's not. It's going to be the edge guys. He likes rushing towards the outside and doing all that stuff. So a lot of it, I think, is going to end up being on the edge rushers. The edge rushers are going to need to be the ones that set the tone and make sure that they're in there and they're making plays with which Thule, I think, has completely improved his edge rushing ability, stopping the run, helping stopping the run. I think they're going to bring Derwin a lot into the box, try and help that way. You have Alohi Gilman and Tony Jefferson at safety, so that's going to help. Without Jazir Taylor, and I know he didn't take a snap. Well, I'll get to the injury report right now. But I'll get to the injury report right now, Uncle Jam's Army. But I definitely think that the edge is gonna be the determining factor of this game. Because in my preview, I always put Chargers will win if those 4 guys and Bud Dupree, if they're all over CJ Stroud and they're setting the edge and they're doing everything, I certainly think that the Chargers are gonna win this game just because I think that all 4 of those guys are they were brought in for one reason and one reason only. Well, 2 reasons: get after the quarterback and disrupt. And I feel like that's what they're going to need to do this weekend: disrupt and get after the quarterback.
100%. And now offensively, can Greg Worman continue to?
Whoa! Before we get to the offensive side,
oh, okay.
Let me.
You're gonna go through the injuries or what?
Yeah. Let me go through the injury report.
Give me some good news, damn it.
Okay, I got it. Okay. Out. Joshua Palmer, wide receiver, did not practice.
Jeez. You mean out like for the game or out for the practice?
For the game.
Okay.
No, this is the injury report because it's Thursday. So the game.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Cornerback, Jazir Taylor, rib injury, doubtful. Oof. Now, Trey Pipkins, guard, oblique, questionable. Linebacker, Denzel Perryman, groin, questionable. Quentin Johnston, tight thigh/illness, questionable. Simi Fehoko, hold on. Simi Fehoko, elbow, questionable. J.K. Dobbins, running back, ankle, questionable. Cornerback, Eli Apple, hamstring, questionable. Now, hold on. Relax.
Yeah, that one's true, Jeff.
Signor vive-moi. Bonjour.
Shout out.
Signor vive-moi. You're getting really close. You're gonna have to take the citizenship test. You're gonna have to do a lot of things to prove to us that you belong. So bienvenue. Let me so basically I'm gonna go through it. Eli Apple practiced fully the last 2 days. I expect him to be a part of the team. J.K. Dobbins limited all 3 days with an ankle. I think he's playing. Dan, big news. Gus Edwards, full practice off the injury report. He is going to play.
Good.
Simi Fehoko, wide receiver. He was full the last 2 days, questionable. I expect him to play if they're going to bring him back. They did release Jordan McFadden. That opens up one roster spot. They need Eli. It's going to be between Eli Apple and Simi Fehoko unless they make another move by tomorrow. Quentin Johnston, he was limited in practice. I think it's more. I think he'll go. I'd be very surprised if Quentin doesn't go. He's a tough guy, so I think he goes. Denzel Perryman, groin. He was full the last 2 days, questionable. I expect him to be a go. And Trey Pipkins, he was limited all week, but I expect him to go. I don't expect there to be any of these guys. I'd be surprised. If,
playoff time. You got to empty the chamber. It's playoff time. There's nothing to hold back on. There's nothing. There's no tomorrow. You got to go.
Don't worry. January 20th, you get a new prime minister, but we call him president over here. So don't worry. I'm just kidding, Senor Vivmont.
You're an idiot.
And you know what's funny, Dan? We were speaking. I'll get to the Texan side right now. We were speaking to Greg Roman yesterday, and he said he feels like Quentin Johnston and Jeffrey. Quentin Johnston, ever since he took that hard hit at the beginning of that Chiefs game, where remember at the beginning of the game, he made a third, I think it was 3rd and 13. He makes the catch, he gets hit, and they added a 15-yard penalty. It seems like that was exactly Angel.
My God.
It seems like that. Greg Roman said it seemed like that hit is what turned a lot around for Quentin. And I'm gonna use a Space Jam reference. Maybe it was that thing that knocked the talent, his recognition and everything back into it. But we have completed an interview with Mike Vrabel today in Boston for our head coaching position, according to the Patriots.
That's so fascinating to me. Between that and the Raiders is fascinating to me just because of the Brady.
The Jags are too. They kept Trent Baalke. What's gonna happen there?
Nah, but yeah, who knows?
So, well, that's what I'm like. Who's gonna want that job?
That's what I'm saying. I don't care. I don't even care about that. Like, I'm not.
Well, yeah.
Like the Raiders, I find fascinating. I know this is Charger Pod, but just because Tom Brady's now part owner, like that's where it's like, oh, we're putting in some razzle dazzle here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. So obviously, going back to the game for Quentin, I mean, this is gonna be a huge game for Quentin. And
that's a good one, Alex, down there.
I feel like this is gonna be a game where Quentin is gonna definitely be I think he's definitely gonna be used. He's gonna be needed. They're gonna need him to help move the football along. So I am definitely really interested to see how the Chargers decide to attack this, because Dan, and this is something that I heard, this is what I've been thinking too. There's nothing else you need to focus on when you're in the playoffs. Everything around you, divisional games, this, that, all that crap is gone. It's now all about the opponent in front of you. And every team, I believe, has an A, a B, and a C way of playing football.
Yeah.
There are some teams that can do it. There's teams that can't. That's when they get in trouble in the playoffs. The Chargers have multiple ways that they can beat you. Why? Yeah. Because Jim Harbaugh beat it into them. They've won ugly. They've won cute. Yeah. They've won high-powered offense. Yeah. They've won
tight games
with a quarterback on one leg, essentially. Yeah. So they've won on multiple. They've won with the running game, the Chiefs, the Raiders game. They won coming from behind in the Broncos game. They won blowing a lead and gaining it back. The Bengals game. Yeah. So they've won in a multitude of different ways. So they've experienced all that. Now here, they've even been blown out, and 3 days later they responded against the Broncos. So they've won in a multitude of different ways. So here, your whole focus is on how to beat the Houston Texans. And at first I thought, well, maybe they'll look at like the Baltimore Ravens game and some of these other tough defenses and see the way that they can win. But no, they just have to go out there, play their own style of football. And I definitely think that they are going to they're going to come out and oh my God. And
by the way, can I just say we have like the best chat in the nation, in the country. You guys do not fail to like make us laugh with some of these things. You guys are absolutely amazing, dude. Shout out to all you guys making this possible. We love everybody in the chat. The comments are hilarious.
You guys are horrible. But I definitely think that this is going to be a really interesting game, just because you don't know what to expect in the sense of Jim. Like I said, Jim has taught these guys how to win in many different ways. Now, the interesting part about them is moving forward. Like we know what kind of team they're going to be, but now it gets really interesting to see what they're going to look like in Jim Harbaugh's first
playoff
first team. Yeah, and especially because, and that's why I asked Khalil Mack yesterday, hey, you guys have the 5th youngest team in the NFL. What do you tell these kids? Athir! Hey! You are the best. You are the best. You are the best.
Shout out.
The key is to force Herbie to throw the ball to Ladd. My bold prediction is Ladd 8 catches, 176 yards and 2 touchdowns, 31-17, 5 sacks. Mack has 2. Damn, Athir, you really you're a predicting machine. Yeah.
Robert D, what's up?
And that's what we were talking about, Alex. Not to overlook. That's why. If you guys notice, it's the analysts. It's those people that are overlooking it. I spoke to multiple players yesterday. They're like, those guys are the ones talking crap. We're here focused, knowing how tough it is. Guys, Khalil Mack has never won a playoff game. He's been into, I think, 5 playoffs. He's never won a game. Yeah, no, he said he's never won a playoff game.
Really? He's been to 5?
That's why he's telling these young guys, don't take this for granted. This comes, but you are not guaranteed to win. Like, and that's what these guys need to know. So,
you got to be hungry. The playoff is a new season, like they said in his locker room video. Exactly. The playoff is a new season. You're 0-0. This is where it's very dangerous for coaches, because some will really try and invent the wheel, but you can't do that. You got to just stick to what brought you to the dance. Make a few tweaks and adjustments, have a few ideas, but rolled into things you already do well. Yeah, and that's all you need to do.
And honestly, that's the that's exactly what we've been talking about, Dan. I mean, we even said it on the 4 Compas, is that everybody knows that the Texans are a tough team, and yeah, their schedule might be a little bit different, and you might see some of the games where they played the tough teams and they just couldn't hang with them or handle them, or they got blown out by the Ravens and stuff like that. But CJ Stroud is tough. I mean, he's they're going to be,
and they've shown it before. They showed it before, and the problem is now they're even more motivated. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the craziest part. Like I like what Angel says here. He's like, Texans defense are better than what these bozos on TV are saying. Bozos are calling this a bye week. That to me is crazy.
Well, that was Rex Ryan.
Well, whatever. Who cares? He's not talking about us. He's talking about people in the media. But
no. I know, but I'm saying, like, that's Rex Ryan he's doing some weird.
He's trying to get interviewed. That's why he's trying to get his name out there.
Well, he's doing weird stuff.
But that's what I'm saying, though, is like in the playoffs, how many times haven't you seen it before where the team that was rolling in, better record, everything else gets upset? You know what happens? You got to just Powney Guild, my God. But you got to just show up and play the game.
Dan, let's do something real quick.
You see this?
What?
Athir? Coach Harbaugh's 2-0 versus Stroud, LMAO. Oh, that's true. He was at Ohio State.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's a good one, Athir.
That's a good point, Athir.
That's a very good point.
Forgot about that. Hey,
Senor Vivmois, I'm going to answer your other question first, and then we'll get to that one. Thank you, Senor Vivmois. He said, from an unbiased eye, what has been the most entertaining year to cover? Senor Vivmois, I am going to be biased with this one, because there is an individual on this team that I went to high school with. And it's actually pretty cool that we both went to high school together. And I know it's a little sappy, but we went to high school together, and it's cool to see that he's doing what he's doing, I'm doing what I'm doing, and our like journeys kind of mixed in. And that's this individual. Dan, I have something fun for you. I know you like fun.
I do like fun. Oh, that's hilarious.
Low top. Ah! Let's go, bro. Thank you, bro. Let's be great. Go make a play, bro. Go make a play. I got you. Today is the day, bro. Yeah. Let's go, Unc. Yeah.
Let's go, Unc.
That's what they call
We're on
him.
the same way, bro. We're good. Hey, is there pickle juice out here or no? Is there pickle juice? Do you have pickle juice?
Ew.
Finds his tight end Mayer, but there to make the tackle is Tarheeb Still, or at least slow him down enough until Deion Henley can get there.
Hey, I jumped over the pile. That was kind of athletic. You see this one? Hey, y'all boys going to Vegas after the game?
Looking now, he pump fakes.
Oh my God.
And it's intercepted. Deion Henley.
Zero. Who's not Pro Bowl? Pro Bowl.
Cuts it loose, left side, caught. Lad McConkey makes the first man miss, and McConkey all the way down to the Raider 40.
Lil lad.
O'Connell to throw into the flat. There's Madison. And
Ooh.
a diving
That's why I like
tackle
that Tony
by
plays.
Jefferson
Good
in his
tackler. He's always been a good
10th
tackler.
It's an unction.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
So that's why, Senor Vive Moi, I am a little biased. It's been cool. And then Derwin, Herbert, Lad McConkey, Cam Hart, Tarheeb, great guys. So yeah, no, they're all. This is a interesting group to cover. And then obviously Harbaugh adds a different element. Greg Roman, like guys, you guys need to watch Greg Roman's press conferences. Like he goes full WWE. He looks at the camera and then he just starts talking to the camera. And I'm like, dude, like what are we doing? Like you're talking to the camera. So this has definitely been interesting. So I'm gonna go. The 2018 was a good one year, a good one also, just because I mean they went to the playoffs and everything. It was Derwin's first year. Derwin had all this noise around him where everybody's like, "Yo, who is this kid?" That was pretty fun too. But I definitely I'll go with this one. So but let's go with the other thing that Senor Vivmont said. How different are the assistant coaches look in practice versus old regimes? Details. So during training camp, Senor Vivmont, you could see it at times because there we're allowed to watch the whole practices. Like they would pull, like Navarro Bowman would pull Deion to the side and be like, "Hey, try bum 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 bum," and then Deion would go out there. He would actually implement it, and boom, it would work. So those are little things that you know that guys are listening. They're doing everything that they're doing. So they're a good squad. I mean, the assistant coaches, you can definitely tell that they've implemented a lot. And that's why, if you guys notice, Harbaugh brought in a bunch of people. Like he brought in who's the dude that used to be in the Mark Trestman. He brought in
Nick Hardwick.
Nick Hardwick. He brought in former players. He brought in a bunch of people that had different walks of life, and he brought them into his coaching staff to help with everybody. Look at like Deion should have been a Pro Bowler, but I mean it's a popularity contest. We all know that, but
it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. What matters is the playoffs, and that's what Deion said. What matters is playoffs. But thank you so much, Senor Vivant. You're the best. Dan, Angie says hi.
Hi, Angie. And then, Uncle Jam's Army!
Uncle Jam's Army! Hey! Uncle Jam's Army. To be completely honest, I don't know if Stingley's going to be on Lad, just because that means that he would have to be in the slot, and Derek really doesn't play in the slot. But right there, you're going to have to depend on Stone Smart. You're going to have to depend on Will Dissly. You're going to have to depend on Scott Madlock. Tucker Fit, like you're gonna have, that's the thing about this Chargers offense, and I feel like that's something that hasn't been talked about enough. that Justin Herbert has really put his faith in guys that you never thought he'd put his faith in. Like, he's making passes to everybody. He's spreading the football around when it comes to the offense. He's trusting a lot of different players. Now, let me go. This is who Justin Herbert has completed a pass to. Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston, Joshua Palmer, Will Dissly, Stone Smart, J.K. Dobbins, Darius Davis. That's another one. Darius Davis, watch out for him this weekend. Simi Fehoko, Jalen Reagor, Hayden Hurst, Kimani Vidal, Hassan Haskins, Tucker Fisk, DJ Chark, Scott Madlock, Eric Tomlinson, and Gus Edwards. Herbert's all about spreading the ball. He doesn't care where they are. They are definitely spreading the football around. So I really do not expect him to be in the slot as much, but if he does, you're just gonna have to spread the ball around. And who knows, maybe Quentin has another game like he did this last week. So yeah, no, definitely. There you go. Boom, boom, clap, clap. East Lake. Yeah, exactly. So I remember that.
Was that a chant of yours?
No. It was just it used to go like I can't remember now, but
so lame.
I heard it on the other side. Whoa. Robert D, chill out with that. You're both getting old. Yesterday, Junior Colson. So Tony and I were talking about like the high school and everything, and Junior Colson's like, he turns at me and he goes, "You're so young." He looks at Tony and goes, "You're so old." And then Tony starts laughing. He's like, he's in his prime while I'm past my prime, I guess. And we just started laughing about that. So that's definitely funny. A fear. How could I ever hate you? I will never hate you, Athir. That is, don't even talk about that. I don't hate anybody, Athir. I do love you. I'm gonna be like in Home Alone 2. I love you. So Athir, you're awesome. You know, I know the Ravens are frauds. What happened in the AFC title game? Yeah, Athir, that's what happens. And then if you notice, Athir, it's always the teams that play them for the second time that usually, guys, I know I'm gonna sound weird saying this. Don't sleep on the Steelers this weekend. For some reason, I have an inkling.
Third time.
There's something that tells me.
I was going to say, why don't you elaborate a little more? Because you brought this up also one time we were talking about this. You know, I think it's an excellent point that Tom makes here. Tom says Shane Day knows all of CJ Stroud's tendencies. You can take it away for now. You can go.
So obviously we know that Shane Day was with CJ Stroud last year. It was after the Chargers got rid. And man, I remember Herbert will never, I mean, I'm sure he'll say he missed the person, but you know he missed the coaching of Shane Day. So for him to have him back is huge. But he was with him last year, and if you guys can, CJ Stroud's numbers last year were, hold on, let me pull it up.
I was going to say,
he completed 64% of his passes, threw for 4,000 yards, 23 touchdowns, 5 picks. This year, 63%, 3,700, 20 touchdowns, 12 picks. And I think he's thrown in the last 8 games, I think he's thrown a pick a game. Wow. So, so that's definitely, so he misses him for sure. So, yeah.
I was going to say, and also that's a huge advantage because I'm sure at times after he's done with his offensive meetings, there's no way Minter hasn't gone in there talking to him or the secondaries coach or whoever about tendencies with CJ Stroud, because that's almost an inside lane to how the quarterback thinks. Because, you know, obviously as you would guess in the NFL, coaches spend a lot of time with their players in meetings and other things. So he's going to know a lot about them, and hopefully that's going to play to the Chargers' advantage.
Let me go through some of these comments real quick. I don't want to. I know that with the Tony one, I kind of went off on that for a little bit. Senor Vimar, you're completely right. Greg Roman has been on a roll. He's definitely he makes me laugh. Last week he made me laugh when I asked him, "Are you going to be watching the game?" He's like, "I will be contributing to the viewership," and I just started laughing. I'm like, instead of just saying, "Yeah, we're going to be watching it," I will contribute to the viewership. I'm like, wow. I'm like, and Alex is right. He does know where the hard cam is. He is one of those guys. So. Yeah, Alex, you're completely right. Having to, because Tony's played with those great Baltimore Ravens defenses in the past where they had ballers on there. So, and Tony's played with those Cardinals defenses that had Patrick Peterson, Tyrann Mathieu, him. They had some ballers on that team. So, yeah, he definitely knows where that is. Frosty Taz, I do expect Johnston to play. That's my opinion. I think he will play. He's going back home, so I definitely think he does. He does play. Nestor, I think so, but I just think that the Broncos. I don't know. The Broncos, I think, are the ones that have the least amount of chance. To be completely honest,
that's gonna be tough sledding right there. That's gonna be tough sledding.
That's gonna be really.
Because my thing is, I don't like, especially if Josh Allen gets out to a lead. Are these guys going to be able really to come back and everything else? Like, I think they, I guess they sort of came back against the Bengals, but I mean, it wasn't like a big marginal difference, but I mean, we'll see.
So Athir gave another to 119. Thank you so much, Athir. Athir, my bad. I'm like making my way down the comments, so ease up. He's saying he's not Brady, but he makes everyone better. Tom had Randy Moss 2 years, didn't work out, but won all his Super Bowls with no name.
Oh, yeah.
Wide receiver. I don't know about that. He had Gronk. In those last 3 that he won, he did have 4. 3.
Well,
4.
Gronk and then Edelman kind of developed as a
big
so
I don't know. Herbert doesn't even have that. He doesn't have a tight end that.
Let me tell you, that's why the son of Odin's going to be better. He's going to win 8. 8. Let him win 8 Super Bowls.
Tom, you're wild. No, Nestor, they didn't have Hernandez for any of the Super Bowls.
Well, it was the ones they lost.
Yeah, those are the ones that they lost. I don't even. Wes Welker wasn't even on those teams that.
No, remember he choked one against.
Yeah, he dropped. Remember my husband can't catch.
Yeah,
I wonder what. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Wes Welker dropped that one against the Giants. I think that should have been.
Senor Vivon. Now that Madden directly influenced the Jets, I can say that Tony Jefferson is in Madden 18 was so annoying. Forced fumbles always. I know. Yeah, that's definitely him.
He's a
Dan, let's go real quick and oh shoot, did I not have? Do I not have it? No, I do. Oh, let's hear what Nick Caserio said about Justin Herbert earlier this week on Pay and Pendergast, a show out in Houston. Let's hear what he had to say. It's about a minute long, so bear with us, but it's good information. So listen to what he had to say on that podcast.
He won't win the MVP, but honestly, like, you can make a cogent argument for why he should. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's big, who's strong, who's more athletic than people think he is, that can make plays with his legs. His attempted, 500 passes, whatever it's been, 3 interceptions. I mean, do that math. Like, I'm not good at it, but that's a pretty good ratio.
It's the second fewest ever behind Aaron Rodgers in that freakish season that he had.
And can get the ball basically wherever he wants to go. Some of the throws that he's made into tight quarters, I want to say I was watching the other Kansas City, they had Ladd McConkey doubled in a red area. They kind of had a double call in and out call. You couldn't see Ladd, but he threw the ball to a spot where Ladd can make the play, and it's a touchdown. Whoever is talking about Justin Herbert, like, I would tell him, go watch the film. This guy's played as good a football as any quarterback in the league, who's smart. He's tough as hell. He plays hurt. He makes throws with players draped all over him. So, this guy is a damn good football player who probably doesn't get as much credit and respect as he deserves.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand the slander. Like this guy say, just roll the tape. The eye in the sky does not lie, Frau.
This is what Travis and Jason Kelsey had to say about the game this weekend.
The one that I'm definitely not watching is Houston versus Chargers. I don't know why. That one's like not even – that's the least interesting game to me. Is that fair?
I'm watching it because I think that's
probably who you're playing.
2 teams I'm going to play.
Yeah, right.
What a lame. I'm so tired of the Kelseys. I get it. Let's move on.
By the way,
our lives.
Dan, if
Travis looked worried. Travis looked worried.
If you're in the draft, or this is what I would do to you. This is Drake May's brothers.
Pretty boy. Overrated.
serious? Are you serious?
That's hilarious.
Well, now I'm laughing now.
This is what Joe Mixon had to say about the comments from Rex Ryan and what he had to say. Oh my God, are you guys still on that stuff?
What?
Jeez, they're trying to bring joy to the world.
Well, I didn't see that. I missed those comments. Did I
Senor
miss that?
Vive Moi, I think, was the one that
Right
just
now?
put it out there. Yeah. Here's what Joe Mixon had to say about Rex Ryan's comments about this is a bye week for the Chargers.
A lot of national media saying this is a bye week for the Chargers. Y'all are not ready. Like, how do you all side this thing?
I mean, to be real, like, wait, who said that?
Rex Ryan said that this is a bye week for the Chargers.
Look, bro, I mean, I'm just here to let my helmet and shoulder pads do the talking. I'm not.
He did not want to get fined, dude. That's hilarious.
But Dan, that and people need to stop listening to the national media.
Senor Vive Moi, what he just put?
No.
Oh my God. You guys are ridiculous.
Senor Vive Moi.
You guys are ridiculous.
This is what I'm just going through some of these. This is what Micah
Yeah.
Parsons had to say on his pod about this game.
Matchup. Chargers Texans. I'm going with the Chargers. I think the Chargers have the most momentum going into this this game. Their defense been playing lights out. You look at it. Justin Herbert's been playing great. I just think, like Texans, another team who's battled injuries. But I think the Chargers are going to win this game. I'm going to take Chargers.
This account from a Houston Texans fan has been like popping up for me.
Yeah.
Her name is like Sideline Sarah, and she's posting all the negative comments that podcasters or all these people are saying about
the Texans.
About the Texans, and I'm kind of like, I get it, but like,
It's not going to
I
help
don't know.
you. It's not going to help you on Saturday.
Well, and if that's what they're focused on, because Dan, let's just be honest right here for a second. Like, this isn't Kevin Stefanski and
no, this isn't the Brands.
This
No
isn't
Brands.
Joe Flacco. Like, this is Jim Harbaugh led team that's tough and they're aggressive and they're gonna take it to you.
Yeah.
So I just I didn't think that I don't think that there's a Angel. I just don't think that there's a reason to kind of compare it to last year. See, and that's what I would be telling them if I was D'Amico Ryans. Why are you guys talking about last year? Think about this year. Like, don't be focused on, look what happened to the Browns last year. When you guys played the Browns, you guys were healthy. Your whole team was healthy. Now you're not healthy. So I would have waited that. Yeah, Julio's there too. He's like, I don't even know who she is, but she's all over. Yeah, I don't understand why she's all over my feed. I don't even care.
She probably paid. Well, actually, who knows?
Alex, don't
Allegedly.
bring this up with Dan around.
We're in the playoffs, baby. I'm not even thinking about the offseason.
And
We'll
this
do an
is what-
offseason pod as soon as God willing to go all the way. But
This is what CJ Stroud had to say about the Chargers defense.
We see some things that jump out about their defense, and how ready do you guys feel for the playoffs? Just in terms of this is second year for you all back in this position.
Yeah, Derwin, jumps off on I think he's having almost his best year of his career, rushing the quarterback, playing in nickel, safety, doing great in coverage, so yeah, he's definitely, I feel like one of the best players on the team, along with Bosa and Khalil Mack, and, Dayon, who's one of my friends, is playing really well as well. And then they have a good back end, the D line as well. It's really good. So all around they're really good. So, but that's what the playoffs are. Is their best versus our best. Got to do our best to handle what they're going to do and play hard and try to execute every play as best as we can.
do I detect fear in his voice when he said Derwin does a good job as any rushing the passer?
I think that's just
I'm just kidding, Frown. I'm
No,
just
I know,
adding
I
the
know.
storyline.
No, I know. This is what D'Amico Ryans had to say about Dan's quarterback,
the son of Odin.
What he thought about him.
God of lightning.
Obviously, he has the big arm, but
Who's recording these things? Can we zoom?
what do you see from his mobility?
Justin is he's an athletic quarterback. He does a good job. Of course, it's IB and defenses getting offense in the correct way. Smart decisions with football. Does a really good job of protecting the football, which is very impressive. Only 3 interceptions on the year, so we know it'd be very difficult to take the ball away from him. It's be a collective effort. We have to have a really good rush up front. Got to be in our coverages. We have to be disciplined in our coverages, and also knowing that he is athletic enough to take the pocket and get out, and can make plays on you there. So really good quarterback. Impressed with what he's done throughout his career.
Yeah, this is gonna be a game where Justin might have to use his legs more than he usually does. But the problem is they have that linebacker that got suspended for. Yeah. So that's
he's probably gonna think twice before doing that. Shout out to Palamont. Hi from Chile. So I tell you, hi from San Diego. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. By the way, Athir, thank you for reminding us. Hit the like button, subscribe, be a compa, tell a compa. Appreciate all you guys in the chat. Wow, Palamont.
Dan, this is what I don't know.
If you
Oh, Palamont.
That's hilarious.
Jeez. Let us see what Pat McAfee had to say about his visit out here.
They have a VIP club in their weight room called the Silver Bells Club, and there's red velvet rope around it. You got to get in as if it's VIP around a couple the bench. They're one-arm dumbbell pressing 200 pounds, Khalil Mack.
Crazy.
Yeah, doing that. He's part of the Silver Bells Club. Justin Herbert, one arm, 150 pounds. This quarterback doing that net, let alone the entire. But Jim Harbaugh, I asked him about why he thought he was able to succeed so quickly. And obviously he said, Justin, we got the golden goose, Justin Herbert, which is how he has been since he got there. But he said, everybody in here loves ball. He said, Bosa, Khalil, these guys just love ball. And that's why, whenever he says, I've found that people that love ball like me, and I like people that love ball. He feels like he went into the perfect situation, but he was able to pick and choose kind of, right? Yeah. He was able to kind of sort out where he wanted to go, have a quarterback, and then get a chance to kind of experience who the players are. They've been waiting to be great is basically what Jim Harbaugh said. And he said, I'm just lucky to kind of be a part of it all, was the way he viewed it.
Is that true,
Dan? I love it. I've been waiting for them to be great. Thank God now they're starting to hit the stride, hopefully, and hopefully they keep going.
Dan, before we head out, because we do need to get going. Wow, the Bears just interviewed Pete Carroll. Dan, I have three quick videos to show you. This do not pertain to the game, but just wanted to show you. Did you see this exchange between McAfee and Dom Mysterio?
Oh, yeah.
Shut up. You shut up. What was he saying to you, Mysterio? He was saying, did you see that? Yada, yada, yada. I don't speak bitch, so it's hard to understand what Dom says. This dumbass Dom can't even count to 3. I don't even know what he's trying to do. Do you even know how to spell 3? Yeah, that's what I thought.
And last two things.
He needs to get a championship, dude. I don't know how it's taking this long.
This is really funny. This is Deion Sanders with the
Oh my God.
You guys had a very interesting high school crush.
Yeah, Bree. Well, it was actually middle school.
Okay.
And it was you, Dion. Yeah. You were my first celebrity crush. Yeah.
You should have told me that.
You want to know something crazy?
How did that come about?
Okay, so listen to this. Our grandfather.
Is this play or this for real?
No, this is for real. For real.
I can't wait.
I was like looking through a box of my childhood photos because I'm like, I need to find my family because they're like, wait, she has Deion Sanders' Dallas Cowboy jersey. And the fact that you were my crush could have got me kicked out of your family. On her wall.
Which one was it? Was it the water, the land?
Oh, it probably was. You were right next to Shania Twain.
I had a lot of them.
And Gwen Stefani. I had like No Doubt, Deion, and Shania.
There you go.
Well, you were my first crush.
What was it about him that made him crushable?
You kind of had like that bad boy attitude. Oh yeah.
You see, when she started doing like that and moving her neck,
You know what I mean?
I was in there, baby. When she,
Senor Vivant approves apparently, so I don't blame him.
Yeah, that was definitely hilarious. I think that was basically it, Dan. But I did want to just really quick go over. So, like we said, the big guys that they're gonna have to worry about: CJ Stroud, Joe Mixon, 1,000 yards this year in 14 games, 11 rushing touchdowns. Damian Priest also Pierce. Damn it, Dan. They're gonna need to watch out for him because oh my God, Robert D. Senor Vivant, chill. Down. But they're gonna have to really watch Damian Pierce because he just went off the other day against the I know it was the Titans, but he had some he had a 92-yard run, so the Chargers are gonna need to be careful with that. On offense, obviously, we have to talk about Nico Collins. That guy is a monster. 12 games, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. He's big. He's athletic. I really think that what they're going to do, stay with me now. I think it's either going to be Christian Fulton or Cam Hart that go on him. He's a bigger receiver. They're going to need to tail him with somebody, and I really think it's going to be either Christian Fulton or Cam Hart, just because they kind of fit more of going after him. So on the other side of that, they're going to have to Robert Woods, John. That was the other thing I needed to tell you guys on their side. Shaq Mason, their starting guard, hold on. Let me see real quick. I think he is, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, Shaq Mason, their starting guard, right guard, he is out for this game. John Mechie, obviously we all know he had cancer a couple years ago in the draft. He is questionable in this game. So is Danico Audrey, defensive end. I expect him to play. He was full. Christian Harris, linebacker, he was full the last 2 days. Sure, he'll play. So those are, and then Tiegan Quitoriano, tight end. He was a full participant, but I think he's on IR, so he'd have to be brought back in. So those are some of the guys that they're going to have to watch out for. And then obviously Dalton Schultz, the tight end, he's a good tight end. And you know, it's funny. I was talking to Dayon yesterday and he told me we're going to need to watch out with Schultz. Derwin and I are going to have to be on our game because Dalton is a guy that can get after you. He'll make you work. So they know that they're going to have to be really on top of it. And on another thing, Dan, don't create a new superstar. You know what I mean? Don't create another superstar. Do not let somebody jump out and be a hero for this team. That's what the Chargers are going to need to do on defense. On offense, they're going to have to take it to these guys. And like we said, they have some really good play. They have Will Anderson, Daniil Hunter on the edges. So that's going to have to be Joe Alt and Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater. Rashawn Slater obviously off the injury report, so that means that he will be able to play this week. I told you guys last week, everybody was so worried about it, and I'm like, no, he'll be fine. So Rashawn Slater will play in his first playoff game. Obviously, he was not there for the Jaguars game a couple years ago. They're going to have their hands full, both him and Joe Alt with Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson. I expect that what the Texans try and do is run stunts and try and throw them in through the middle to try and get them.
Well, that's been the weakest link all season. Yep. Bozeman, Slate, or Sawyer potentially, or Pipkins and Johnson pick up stunts? That's been the biggest issue. Can they pick up the looper? That happens half the time.
And the thing is, they have Jimmy Ward on IR. They have some other slot guys on IR. So slot might be the route where the Chargers are going to have to go to pick. I think that's their weakness. So that's going to be a lot of McConkey may have a huge game because they're unless they just decide to say, Derek Stingley, we need you in the slot, go and slow him down or stop him. Then I really think that Ladd McConkey could be in for a huge game. We all know Derek Stingley is a great cornerback. He is one of the up-and-comers, and he's getting better and better. But Aziz Al-Shair is another guy. He's aggressive, and I know there's a bad rap on him for the hit that he had on Trevor Lawrence, and I get it, but he's aggressive. They're going to have to be careful with him as well. But this is definitely, I mean, the Chargers should be able to put up points. They should be able to move the football. Now it's Robert D. I definitely expect Dobbins to play. Q, I'm honestly 95% sure he's gonna play. I'd be really surprised if he didn't. So Alex, I didn't think Dalton would have done well with this offense. I don't know. He's okay, but not at the price tag. I think they're paying him.
Yeah, they paid him like 10 million, I think.
They're
or
paying him
12.
close to Hunter Henry money
Yeah.
from the first contract, not the one now. But yeah, they're gonna go tight ends, and that's actually the Chargers' strong suit. They're good with tight ends.
Yeah.
They've done a good job. Derwin, Deion Henley, they've done a good job. And then obviously this week you're gonna get Denzel Perryman back. That's gonna be huge for run stopping. So the Chargers look like they're getting healthy at the right time. Now, obviously, it's about taking care of business. And then you have Jim Harbaugh against DeMeco Ryans. That's going to be an interesting head coach matchup, 1-for-1, and should be an interesting game. But Dan, who do you think is going to be? Where are you putting your Dan spotlight on?
I think the biggest X factor, like you said, is going to be the offensive lineman. I think DeMeco Ryans being a defensive-minded head coach, they have some guys up front. I think they're going to try and move them around, try and find weak links. They're going to try and bring pressure. I wouldn't be surprised if they try and bring a lot of pressure to really try and get Justin Herbert off his spots, try and force balls, mess up the timing. So I think this team is going to go as far as the offensive line carries them. So I think that's going to be the X factor.
I will go with the secondary. I already said the pass rush, so I'm going to go with the secondary. I think it's going to be I think the secondary is going to have a big game. Like I said, do not create new superstars. Do not let any of these guys get loose. Do not let any of these guys go crazy. So I am going to go with the secondary. Dan, I'm guessing you're predicting what?
Yes, the son of Odin and the Chargers are going to win on the road. And then it's on to Kansas City unless there's an upset.
So you're basically saying.
And now go Chargers, go.
Exactly. Go Chargers, go.
Real quick before I give you my prediction, Uncle Joe Reedy asked Justin Herbert a question this week, and everybody loved it.
What was the first time, maybe during off-season workouts or something that Jim said where you were like, this guy's definitely different?
I think when he talked about remembering the day that he was born was probably the first day that he kind of told us the whole story and how he remembered looking out the window, and I think it was a cold, snowy day. And I really hope he does remember that. That'd be pretty cool.
That was honestly hilarious.
He probably came out screaming, "Who has it better than us?"
I know. Obviously, there's a lot of factors to this game. In my prediction that comes out tomorrow, I went Chargers 24, Texans 17. I was thinking about this on the train yesterday when I was coming home. This is a statement game for Jim Harbaugh. This is a statement game for Justin Herbert. They both need this victory. I think Herbert needs it for himself, not for all the stupid noise that you hear about that he's not this, they're not that, whatever you want to talk about. I think Herbert needs this for his confidence. I think Derwin James needs this. I think Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, these guys. I mean, Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack's futures are huge question marks. You don't know what way the Chargers are going to go in the offseason. So I definitely think that they know that, and they're putting all their chips in the middle, Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack, and they're saying, let's go do this. And when I was in the locker room yesterday, they looked relaxed. They looked even keel. They looked ready to go handle this. So I definitely think that the Chargers are going to win this game. And I think obviously it's going to be a toss-up for whatever happens going into next weekend, but hopefully they come out of this healthy, and then next week possibly getting Josh Palmer back is going to be key for them. And if they do, then that means they're as healthy as they're ever going to be going into the divisional round. But first, they know they have to go handle business. They know that they have to go in here and win against a very tough Texans team.
Oh yeah,
that's not going to just keel over and play dead the way everybody thinks. The national media is saying they're going to. CJ Stroud's going to give him hell. Daniil Hunter, Will Anderson, they're all going to give him hell. So I have the Chargers winning, and but folks, we will be back on Saturday after the game, so probably around 4:30, 5 o'clock.
No.
Make sure you guys oh, there he is.
There he is. He was over here trying to bite a wire, dude.
Make sure that you guys are make sure that you guys are hit the notification button. Again, we are going to be here once the game's over. Make sure you guys come over and get ready to talk ball. Definitely should be an interesting game. But yeah, let's Robert D says Herbert Jr. Make sure that you guys hit the notification button. Please like and comment. Please like this. Please tell your buddies to subscribe. We appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much. Dan,
there you go, Tom.
Dan, any final thoughts?
I like what Tom says here. It's time to let's just go get a beer for now. It's been a great day. No doubt they're going to take care of business. And we're on to Houston. Let's see what happens.
Dan, it is going to be, an interesting game. It's an interesting matchup. It's everything that the Chargers have been working for their whole year. So it is really going to be interesting to see what way they decide to attack this game. And I know you're really excited about this matchup, aren't you?
100%, because I think this is a perfect Jay Alvarez shout out. We love you too, bud. I think this is a perfect matchup for them. I think this is a very winnable game. They just need to show up like they have been the past few weeks, take care of business, get on to the next team, get out healthy, and that's about it. That's what they need to do. Stick to the game plan, play, Harbaugh's Charger brand of football, and there you go.
Got one question for him. Who's got it better than us?
Nobody. I love it. Injected into my veins.
Appreciate it, Senor Vivement. Thank you to Senor Vivement. Thank you to Robert D. Thank you to Jay Alvarez. Thank you to the Bounty Guild. Thank you to Tom. Thank you to Palamont Nestor. What did I say?
That's what it sounded like you were going to say, Bounty Gate.
Oh, no. Thank you to Angel. Thank you to Nestor. Thank you to Athir. Thank you to everybody who commented. You guys
Uncle
are the best.
Jam,
and
Uncle
special
Jam,
shout out to
you.
Athir, to Senor Vivement, and Uncle Jam's Army for donating to the show. We appreciate it. That's going to help us get to
Radio Row, baby.
Radio Row. So appreciate you guys. Dan, get us out of here.
Who's got it better than us?